Hello everyone! Welcome back to our channel Walking Thoughts Nebraska. For our episode this week, we are going to share with you our video of the first full day of our time in Charleston, South Carolina. Driving from our Airbnb at Folly Beach area in South Carolina, it was about a 15 to 20 minute drive to be able to go to the downtown area. Charleston is a port city founded in 1670. It is defined by its cobblestone streets, horse-drawn carriages, and pastel antebellum houses. As we start our historic walking tour of the city, we were able to park in a nearby space by this church. The majestic steeples and spires of Charleston, South Carolina historic churches are visible throughout the city, and the reason Charleston is often called the Holy City. Here is another historic church on your left. Regardless of your religious affiliation or denomination, these beautiful buildings inspire millions of visitors every year. This bright pink, historic, and uniquely Charleston building is now the Mills House Windham Grand Hotel. Their hospitality started back in 1853. This is the Carolina Art Association historical marker in Meeting Street that is connected to the Gibbs Museum that opened in 1905. We are now heading towards the Charleston City Market, the cultural heart of Charleston since 1807. We will cross the street and begin our visit in the front of the Market Hall. This is the intersection of Meeting and Market Streets. Built in 1841, this Greek Revival-style market hall is easily identified by its vivid use of brownstone stucco, red stone, and green ironwork. This marker indicates that this is a United States National Register landmark of highest architectural design quality. The building features one enclosed story atop a rusticated ground-level arcade through which visitors access the Charleston City Market's Great Hall. When you stepped out of the first building, you're going to see other historical stores such as this one, Bird's Famous Cookies, which started out in 1924 in Savannah, Georgia. We continue to walk and reach the port area. You're going to see the Customs building there and then the Port Authority building. This area promotes, develops, and facilitates waterborne commerce that meets the current and future needs of the businesses here in South Carolina. We continue to see historical buildings here in the downtown area. This is one of the historical places here in the United States. We are now walking towards the Waterfront Park. We're going to see the splash fountain that is located just off of the downtown area. We are now entering part of the park's 8 acres of beautiful spaces. This is another highlight here on Waterfront Park as it allows residents and visitors to walk, fish, or have some picnic. We are now approaching the Pineapple Fountain. This is the focal point of the Charleston Waterfront Park, which people have been enjoying since it opened in 1990. This part of the pier offers benches for enjoying views of the park and the water. Will you believe that there's also Wi-Fi access available in this park for those wishing to catch up on work in a serene setting? Sharing with you more information about Charleston as we continue to explore their downtown. Charleston is the largest city in the state of South Carolina and also the county seat of Charleston County. Charleston was founded in 1670 as Charlestown, honoring King Charles II at Albemarle Point on the west bank of Ashley River. Charleston's significance in American history is tied to its role as a major slave trading port. You are going to see historical markers such as this one that tells us more of the story. Charleston is one of the earliest cities in which the African presence in North America began. While the tortured circumstances of human bondage and enslavement will never be erased, more attention has turned to the valuable retention of African cultural expression. After a few minutes of staying and reflecting, we are now headed to what they call Rainbow Row, where there's a series of colorful historic houses here in Charleston. Rainbow Row originally fronted directly on the riverfront of the Cooper River, but that land was subsequently filled in. There were many myths concerning the reason for rainbow colors here in the building, but one of the tales is that these houses were painted in various colors so that drunk sailors coming in will be able to remember which houses they need to go in. As we've shared, there are many historical churches here in downtown Charleston, South Carolina. We're going to see Episcopal churches, Catholic churches, Lutheran, and the likes. This is one of the historical churches here in historic downtown. We are now headed towards the visitor center, but before we go there, this is the Marion Square, which is a green space here in downtown. It is about 6.5 acres. The square was established as a parade ground for the state arsenal under construction on the north side of the square. It is best known as a former Citadel Green because the Citadel occupied the arsenal from 1843 until 1922. We are going to end our walking tour here as we head to the visitor center for our next part of exploring downtown Charleston. Remember to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell as well. That way, whenever we have a new video, you'll be updated. We thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye!